Okay, this is take 4. So, probably, hopefully, it will be the first thing that you see. I might post other takes later. Who knows? Um, but I have 3 goals for this video. Number 1, look at the camera most of the time. Hi. Um, uh, be just as genuine as the previous takes that I have done, but do it in 4 minutes. And I've already almost eaten up 30 seconds. So I think as a consultant approaching parts is parts, it sounds like sort of adopting a CRM or managing the changes associated with CRM, which I actually have done. Almost done exactly that. I think there's two things that jump out at me, specifically because the question asks about you're working on the people side of this implementation, because you don't have anything to do with the technology. Number 1, sort of boilerplate, easy thing, is you need to do support and training of the new people. And for me, that includes effective communication and education of people, getting people to participate in the training and support. No, I guess you'd be doing the supporting, but getting people to really be present and participate. They're not just showing up to a meeting because boss says blah blah. And also rewarding in that training, rewarding constructive behaviors and pointing it out and sort of championing people who are on board, that are excited about stuff, doing things. But that for me is all like sort of boilerplate, like obviously you have to do those things. The thing that excited me about this question is Jackie's resistance, because Jackie is sort of a secret greatest asset in this question. She is a specific person that you can go to. She's not a sort of like amorphous mass of like discontentment. She's someone who you can say, Jackie, first of all, I so appreciate your passion about making sure that this company works as well as it can. I understand you have some concerns. Can you please explain them to me? That disarms most people, but it also it's active listening. It is validating what she's saying, that there are legitimate concerns about this thing taking longer, and it might be confusing to people and slow things down. And it's calling her in instead of saying, screw you, Jackie. You may need to do some negotiations, another thing the book mentions. But that's like, I think I don't want to say the real negotiation, but Jackie needs to understand that you are on her team. And if Jackie doesn't want to be on your team, if there's nothing you can do to convince her, then it might not work. But it is your job. It should be your job as a person who's trying to manage this thing to make a good faith effort to get Jackie on board. Because if you can do that, even if you don't actually get Jackie on board, the people around Jackie, or the people that have the same concerns as Jackie, also see that you've addressed their concerns, you're paying attention to them, that you're listening to and aware of the things that they think are a problem with this change. That is so much more beneficial than, oh yeah, no, I agree, everything's good, yeah, 100%, and then you leave, or the change happens and everything falls apart because nobody actually agreed with you. They just were going along and saying yes because they didn't want to get fired. I learned this most on political campaigns. People switched from, a few years ago, the technology became available to have people walk around with a smartphone and enter have their questions that they need to ask at the doors on that instead of on a clipboard. It's really, really nice to have that as a person who was managing the data and trying to move things through the system really fast. But what I didn't take into account, what I didn't have to worry about personally, so I didn't notice, was that the clipboard is, psychologically, it's actually pretty big, and so you can hold it with 2 hands, and it feels like a little shield that you have, that you're carrying around. It feels important. People recognize that you are doing something if you're holding a clipboard. If you're just walking around with your phone and you're in a neighborhood you've never seen, people would ask who you are. But if you have a clipboard, people go like, whatever. And so the clipboard, actually, the physical object of the clipboard is actually much more helpful and important than the slow technological process that printing out lists and writing on them with a pen and then having someone transcribe that into a database. The phone solves that, but it creates a bunch of other problems. And I would not have known that had I not talked to the people, understood why they were resistant to the change, and then brought them around and got them to recognize the shared vision of a better, faster campaign. And also, what you do is you just have the people put the phone on their clipboard. Just give them a clipboard anyway, and they walk around with that, and no one questions them. They feel much more comfortable, and you don't have to spend until 2 a.m. every night typing stuff into a database.